Welcome to The Buzz from channelbuzz.ca. I'm Robert Dutt. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2026. Here's what's happening in the channel today. Managing Microsoft 365 Copilot is becoming a genuine operational challenge for MSPs, and a company called Inforcer is positioning itself as the answer with the launch of its new Copilot Manager feature. The company, which makes Microsoft 365 multi-tenant management software for MSPs, says Copilot Manager gives partners in-depth visibility into Copilot adoption trends across all client tenants and, critically, the ability to monitor shadow AI usage. According to Inforcer, as many as 80% of SMB employees are bringing their own AI tools to work using unauthorized or open-source applications that increase the risk of data leakage. The company cites IBM research suggesting 1 in 5 organizations has experienced a breach due to shadow AI, with those carrying high shadow AI exposure averaging $670,000 more in breach costs. The business case here is straightforward for solution providers. Copilot has crossed 20 million paid seats, the license is in motion. What most MSPs lack is the infrastructure to make Copilot governance a repeatable, billable service rather than a one-time check-in conversation. Copilot Manager has already been trialed in beta by more than 200 MSPs globally, and the company says it builds on a Copilot readiness assessment tool released last year, giving partners a documented progression from pre-sales evaluation through ongoing managed AI services. SUSE has launched a new sovereign partner specialization as part of its channel program, a move that carries meaningful implications for the Canadian market. The announcement came at the company's annual SUSECon conference in Prague last month, with details emerging publicly this week. SUSE is positioning the specialization as an agile layer on top of its existing partner program, designed specifically for early mover partners who already hold sovereign field certifications and are invested in the sovereign technology market. According to Haley Weinzak, SUSE's head of global partner programs and success, the initial go-to-market will focus on existing SUSE MSPs who know the technology stack, working jointly to onboard the first reference customers onto a full SUSE sovereign stack. More than 98% of SUSE's business runs through partners, and the company is framing the sovereign play as an opportunity to lock in that partner ecosystem around an emerging but fast-growing requirement. For Canadian MSPs, the timing aligns with accelerating regulatory pressure around data sovereignty. OSFI's E21 guideline on technology and third-party risk, Quebec's Law 25, and federal Protected B requirements are all pushing enterprise buyers towards environments where data sovereignty is a verifiable, contractual commitment rather than a vendor promise. SUSE is also opening co-shell registration to ISVs and system integrators alongside MSPs as part of the same program update. Earlier this week, Cayosoft launched a full-cycle Microsoft identity migration service that it says is designed to address the ongoing risk that sits inside most Active Directory and Entra ID environments. The offering, called Cayosoft Microsoft Migration Services, is being delivered in partnership with XMS Solutions, a longtime provider of migration and cybersecurity services. According to the company, the service covers Active Directory, Entra ID, Microsoft 365, Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, and related identity infrastructure. And it spans its complete life cycle from pre-migration assessment through phased execution, data integrity, validation, post-migration monitoring, governance, and recovery. The launch targets a specific and frequently mismanaged problem: migrations that declare success on go-live day, while leaving behind broken permissions, duplicate identities, and poorly governed access that creates security exposure for months afterwards. Cayosoft is specifically calling out M&A, divestitures, and consolidation scenarios as high-risk context. For Microsoft-focused channel partners, the model Cayosoft is describing, migrating as the front door into a longer-term identity management and recovery engagement, represents a services motion that can extend well beyond the initial project. Partners who have historically treated Active Directory migrations as one-time engagements may find this a useful framework for repackaging that work as an ongoing managed practice. In brief, Kaseya has unveiled what it's calling the first agentic IT management platform, powered by a proprietary dataset the company calls Kaseya Intelligence. GuidePoint Security has been named CrowdStrike's 2026 America's Partner of the Year after the two companies surpassed $1 billion in cumulative joint sales. Dyna Software is showcasing its platform Copilot at ServiceNow Knowledge 2026, positioning the tool as a way to generate ServiceNow configurations from natural language and images. Kyndryl announced updates pushing AI deeper into its IT operations practice, expanding autonomous resolution capabilities across its global managed services engagements, And Upwind has launched new runtime visibility support for Windows Server virtual machines across AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud Platform, addressing a gap in cross-platform endpoint coverage. Full details and links in the show notes or the blog post. Later today on In the Channel, we continue our Knowledge 2026 series with Kristen Gooderham, Area Vice President for Canada Enterprise Sales at ServiceNow, on what the shift to an agentic business model looks like from a Canadian market perspective. And if you haven't heard it yet, yesterday on In the Channel, we published my conversation with Michael Park, ServiceNow's Global Channel Chief, on why the company put its AI product leader in charge of the channel and what that means for how partners get built and compensated going forward. That's how we're seeing the headlines today. I'm Robert Dutt for channelbuzz.ca. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.